Welcome everyone to another video, and today we are going to take a look at a team that went to legend with another trainer. I forgot what its name was, but it was early in the season. This trainer went to legend, and I'm going to try out this team to see how it goes. And it will be featuring a Pokemon that got upgraded this season with the buff to Sucker Punch, which is Lokix, with Diggersby and Azumarill at the back. So going into the good parts about this team, so as you can see, we have Lokix in the front, which is a very frail Pokemon, so you would rather want two very bulky Pokemons in the back to cover up its weaknesses. But with Sucker Punch, X-Scissor, and Trailblaze, it does have a fairly large coverage in its moveset, and like for example in this matchup against the Melamar, of course you would have to shield up against the Melamar superpower because Lokix doesn't have the bulk to withstand a full damage superpower even from Melamar. But once it gets to one Trailblaze, as you can see here, it does do a lot of damage. So we are just going to ramp up our damage, ramp up our output, and let's see whether or not we are able to flip this safe swap that they put in and win it. And we do, but it does come at the expense of both our shields, which is not good. However, because we already ramped up our damage so much, we decided to just throw this Trailblaze against the Talonflame, even though it is doubly resisted, and we are going to swap it out Diggersby, hoping to bait out their Melamar again, because our Lokix does have some energy in the back, and we do have Azumarill that will also handle the Melamar and Talonflame very convincingly. And here they do come back with the Melamar, and the only way for them to beat our Diggersby in this situation is to go for a superpower, which means that they would have to debuff themselves, and we are fine with that because Lokix can come in to get their shield if needed to. But we decided to come in with the Azumarill instead because they already debuffed. They already debuffed anyways, right? So now in the end game, even with two shields, they have no chance against the Azumarill because Azumarill is very tanky. It will be able to tank at least one Brave Bird, especially from full health. And here they decided to go for a Fly, which will not do as much against us, and we do win this game. So with this team, you might be questioning what is the weaknesses or what's the bad part about this team, right? So you see a dark type in the lead and you see a normal type in the back. What is the problem generally would be fighting type. So you can see here against the Lucario, we do have a bad matchup, but we don't necessarily want to swap out into the Diggersby just in case if they do have power up punch, because Force Palm does do a lot of damage. The power up punch would snowball rather fast, and we decided to just stay in, try to gain shields against the Lucario because this Lucario is also quite frail. It's not just our Lokix that is frail in this matchup, and we do get to a second charge move here, and they will have to use their second shield, which is very good for us because now we have shield advantage and we are able to shield the first Thunder Punch if required. Just a note, this video is filmed before the Primate Community Day, therefore Primate and Annihilate Community Day, therefore there might be some changes in its matchup or viability in this format, but I believe with the Lokix having Sucker Punch, which takes neutral damage, we will deal neutral damage to the Annihilate and Azumarill in the back. I think it will still be able to take care of it, but maybe it will be an iffy matchup there. And going to continue with this matchup, with the fighting type in the lead taking out our dark type, we will have some problems dealing with this tanky psychic types such as Defense Deoxys, or in this case Cresselia. And they made a brilliant move here to catch the Scorching Sands on their Dunsparce, knowing that the Dunsparce can tank it fairly better against their low health Cresselia, but in the end it is going to come at the expense of an attack drop, which could flip this matchup for us because we are now going to be taking reduced damage from their drill runs. We are going to be able to tank at least 2 drill runs at this point because of the attack drop, which is very good. Now we are able to farm extra, maybe just throw a fire punch to take them out. I believe it is enough from this range. Hopefully we are able to go for a second fire punch against them, but we decided to just go for a scorching sense, right? Better be safe than sorry, and we're still going to try to go for a fire punch against them, hopefully to take them out. But unfortunately, because Diggersby is very tanky, it will not be able to do that much. It barely just manages to keep itself alive, but this bubble damage will go through and will take them out. So you're already seen 2 battles here featuring Lokix. It does fairly good against both of these matchups, and even in this third matchup, the ugly part about this team, it does fairly good in the lead because in this instance it will meet a Fraligator. Shadow Claw would be resisted, so we only have to worry about the charge moves that will be dishing out, and in this instance we will be shielding if both charge moves that will be coming out from Fraligator. And here we decided to just pump up again. Trailblaze pumps up the attack. This is what we want with a glass cannon such as Lokix. We just want to ramp up the attack, go on the offense immediately, even if it comes at the expense of our shields, because especially if their team does not have any proper checks to Lokix, we would be able to deal with their team fairly easily. But as you can see here, they have a Machamp in the back with Karate Chop, generating loads of energy for them, and a potential Stone Edge coming as well. This is the ugly part about the team, where you have a ABA style team which is weak to fighting type, and you have things with Karate Chop that dishes out a lot of damage at the same time, gains a lot of energy with potential nukes such as close combat on Pangoro, and then you have things such as Stone Edge on the Machamp that can deal a lot of damage to it. So we do have to keep that in mind and be very wary of it. But this opponent has a very spicy Pokemon as their closer in the form of Dragapult. Unfortunately, Dragapult running Astonish would have a bad matchup against our 2 remaining Pokemon, with Lokix single resisting the Astonish, while the Diggersby double resist the Astonish damage. As you can see here, it does run Breaking Swipe, so I believe Dragapult's other charge move of choice is Shadow Ball, so Diggersby will have a very easy time here in the end game to seal the deal with Scorching Sands. So this is the end of the video. So if you do like this video, please do not hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot, especially trying to get this video out to more viewers. Especially subscribe if you want to get the first updates when new videos or shorts come out. And that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.